What's up everyone, this is Zerg from YGG Gaming bringing you another content video, this time on Zarya and her effectiveness as a character. So in this video I'm going to be talking to you about how to utilize her kit, which is her abilities, and how to effectively be positioned within your team. So right now we're on Watch Point Gibraltar, and I'm going to be playing Zarya obviously in order to show this. So, this is in quick play, obviously not your standard competitive, super awesome lineup, as everybody knows that everybody always plays standard. So, in the loading part, then in the first 15 seconds before that starts, the bubbles, your left shift is for yourself, E is for someone else. Now, your right click is for ranged things, and your left click is for something that's closer to you and for single target use. So most of you, I'm sure, know how to play Zarya. If you don't, then you'll find out eventually. But what I do as Zarya, what you want to do is always make sure you're looking out for the people that are being attacked at that moment. You don't want to attack someone, or you don't want to bubble someone that's not being attacked. So you can see here, D.Va. Zarya is a good counter to D.Va if you have... That was an unlucky hook. But Zarya is a good counter to D.Va if you have the... enough charge. So with D.Va, then you want to make sure you're always left clicking on her. If you have like 50 charge and above, you want to try to stay above 50 charge as much as possible, because you do quite a bit of damage. So right now this Roadhog is quite in the far back, so I'm trying to just shield. You want to make sure that you have your E ability ready whenever you can, because you want to make sure that you can keep yourself alive. So, I mean, obviously it's quick play, so what you're about to see here, just ignore it. Yeah, so that happened. But, yes, so make sure anytime you're using your shields, it's always because someone's being attacked, not because you're worried they might get attacked. Because if you only gain 10 charge from a shield, then you're losing literally a fourth of the charge you could have gotten. In case of those of you guys who don't know, you get 40 charge for every shield. So if somebody completely shreds the barrier before it goes away, then you gain 40 charge. As you can see here, just playing around right now because I wanted to have fun. Ana was just terrorizing this Bastion. It was actually quite fun. So yeah, what you want to do as Zarya is you want to be really good at tracking, because you want to make sure that you're using your single target fire, which is your beam or your left click. You want to make sure that that ability is what you're using most of the time. Because of the fact that it does quite a bit of damage. Now, the burst damage, it does a good amount of damage, however, you only get 4 per charge, and Zarya takes a couple seconds to reload. So as you can see here, that was just because the group obviously isn't together. No big deal. But right now we're just trying to utilize the shields and the fire abilities, stuff like that. So right now, 91% charge. In case those of you guys who don't know, Zarya has one of the best combo ultimates in the game. Really effective with pretty much any character. Honestly, there's not really many characters she doesn't combo with. Even a Widowmaker you can combo with. So that was a late shield, but that was a very important shield. The problem is the Roadhog got hooked, and it was kind of out of the range of my screen, so I kind of had to move over before I could. But very crucial shield. You want to make sure that you're shielding. If a Roadhog hooks, that's one of the things you really need to get good at. If a Pharah is in the air, you want to make sure you're shielding her sometimes. But yes, so make sure you're shielding your tanks, like the priority of your shielding. Anybody who's in the front lines taking damage, you want to shield them. So right now, this Roadhog's doing some damage, giving me some charge. That's going to be unlucky. But for those of you guys who are playing against Zarya, make sure you're not shooting the shield. If you shoot her shield, you are giving her a lot of charge. 40 charge is 1 shield. So if you shoot down 2 of her shields, you're giving her almost max charge. And most of the time, you can get 100 charge before it goes down, because your shields, they take about 10 seconds, whereas her actual charge goes down quite a lot slower. So as you can see here, just trying to keep the shields up. Very important to make sure that you're always doing damage. You want to make sure the shields are always absorbing damage. You don't want to waste them, because of the fact that the shields are almost her weapon. Like, that's how you get the damage. So right now, they're just trying to contest the point. Obviously, not a whole lot you can do right here, especially without a Reinhardt. Zarya goes really well with other tanks in general, just because she can shield them. She's one of those people that you can pretty much play every game. It's not really hero dependent. You can play her because she's a combo player. You can play her with a let's see, you can play her with a Torbjorn. Like, there's just every character, because it's a freezing. It's kind of like Mei. If you get it in the right spot, you can combo with anyone, because anyone can shoot someone who's frozen. So right now, just pushing them out, using the shields, gaining the charge, and eventually, as you go along, you'll get better with using your projectile shot, which is your right click, and you'll be able to predict where someone is going to land or where they're going to be in like 1 second. And you want to make sure that one of the best ideas is to try to make sure that you're shielding, especially if Winston or something. You should try to shield the people in the front. Also, make sure that you are using your shields properly, and make sure that you are using her right click at the appropriate time. It takes 25 ammo, and you have 100. So 4 of those is a full ammo clip. Now, if you decide to wait until you are at 5 ammo, you actually get the full projectile, as opposed to a partial damage or something like that. You get the full damage for only 5 ammo. So it's very important that you try to use that, which is why it's important to start tracking, because when you track, you can go until you're at about 10, 5 ammo, and then you'll get used to the timing of it. But as you can see here, I'm at 9 ammo. I reload then, because I used one at 35 or whatever. So now, I usually try to wait till I've run out of most of my ammo before I use my right click, so that I can get the most out of my clips. So now, Farah and I are saying, hey, look, we're going to try to do a combo. This is one of the times when the Winston goes in, you shield him. That's pretty common, because usually if Winston's going in, people are going to start shooting at him, so you want to make sure he's protected. He'll give you a good amount of ult charge. Now, right here is where I'm trying to wait to combo. So you'll get to see the whole aspect of comboing and when to do it. So as you can see, Farah's in the left side. And so I'm just sitting there. I'm trying to break down a shield. I go ahead and use it. And unfortunately, Farah was not paying attention and only got 2 kills. So right there is where it's very important to be able to communicate. In a competitive game, that would have gone so much better. But as you can see, that's the kind of thing you want to do. You want to make sure barriers and stuff like that are down so that you can maximize damage. I mean, Zarya's it's just so powerful. You want to make sure you try to use her ultimate ability when you're at full charge. So right now I'm just waiting for the team and stuff like that. But you want to make sure you're kind of at full charge. If not, like, you want to have a good amount of charge so that you do as much damage. You can either splash or single target. It really doesn't matter, because they can't move. So right now, just pushing the cart. Winston goes in, shield it, boom. It's just, it'll get natural if you start doing it a lot more. I mean, if you have to go into quick play and just constantly use your shields, it can really help. I mean, just using your shields is a very good way of practicing how to shield people. Of course, eventually you don't, because again, your shields, you don't always use them. You want to save them. They kind of like Anna's kit, sorry, where you want to have something saved up. You don't want it to be where you're always waiting for your cooldowns, things like that. So just make sure that with Zarya, you always have that E ability ready whenever you need it. Usually for someone who's diving in, someone who's getting burst damaged. That's why Junkrat, he's not, if the other team has a Zarya, Junkrat's not usually the best character to play against her, because your spray is just so random. You could accidentally hit the shield and then you give them like 21 charge. I mean, it's pretty bad. So just make sure that if you're playing Junkrat, you're playing it safe. You don't want to be too aggressive with him and accidentally charge up the Zarya, because if the Zarya is good, they will get that charge and they will destroy you. So again, bubbling the Winston, and I mean, that's just a common thing that happens in lower level game. People will attack the shield because it's like, oh look, there's a shield, I want to do damage, and then they'll do the damage, but they'll, like, unknowingly, you're just giving someone more of a reason to kill you and more way to kill you. So you want to make sure that you're timing your shields properly. You don't want to use them too early or too late, because they only last about 3 or 4 seconds. Sorry, I think they last about roughly 5. I mean, usually they don't last that long because people are doing so much damage. But I think it's 4. I don't remember exactly. But again, just timing. And now here it is trying to combo again with the Pharah. And you'll see here what happens again. I'm like, alright, let's go. And then Pharah was nowhere to be seen. So I die, but I got a triple kill. Then Pharah comes in finally. I don't really know if they understand the meaning of comboing, but that's alright. And so now it's just a matter of getting the point. And Pharah uses her ult then, and we get the point. So it just comes down to knowing when to use your abilities. Zarya is a pretty fun character. She's one of the hardest people to master effectively in a game, but once you do it, you get really good. So here's the play of the game from McCree on our team. And that's going to be all for this video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below if you play Zarya, if you play some other character, if you have any tips for anyone, things like that. Things that are really cool. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace!